amazing beauty of Thailand's southern region has given this country a rich cultural heritage. The spirit of civilization has been handed down from the past to the present. Traces of a prehistoric community have been found in southern Thailand. Of the empires that thrived in the history of the South, the Sivichai Empire was at the forefront from the 13th Buddhist century. Chaya was a very important city in the Sivichai period. Artifacts discovered here reflect the status of the city as a trade center with China, which was an interesting relationship between a mighty empire of the Far East and a local group of people in the southern peninsula. Chaya was also the focus of the dissemination of the Mahayana sect of Buddhism, which considers Phra Bodhisattva Avalokiteswaran as the most sacred. As a result, many related artifacts have been discovered. These archaeological finds of Chaya are on display at the Chaya National Museum. Around the year 1157, China had a policy to trade with cities in the southern peninsula without going through a trade center like Sivichai. This led to several cities in the Malay Peninsula becoming prosperous, expanding into many communities, large and small. The trade routes across the peninsula regained their prominence as the prosperity and wealth of Chaya were overshadowed by the powerful Tamphon Ling Empire in the 18th Buddhist century. South of Chaya was another ancient empire that prospered for a number of years. Its distinctive society and culture evolved until it became the Tamphon Ling Empire. This land eventually became known as Nakhon Si Thammarat. Being the center of travel between the western and eastern coasts, Nakhon Si Thammarat progressed rapidly. It also adopted Lankawong Buddhism from Sri Lanka until it became a major center. Nakhon Si Thammarat National Museum has assembled a collection of art objects and artifacts that were discovered in the provinces of Upper Southern Thailand. Some art objects and artifacts from the National Museum in Bangkok are similarly displayed here. Historical evidence of Songkhla or Singkhara indicates the prosperity of an independent port city that was ruled by descendants of Sultan Sulaiman in the Ayutthaya period. Its center was at Khao Noi, Hua Khao Dang, and all the area to Khao Khai Muang. In 1680, King Narai the Great sent troops to suppress the city's rising power, making Singkhara a deserted place that no longer was a major port and relegated it to only a secondary city under Nakhon Si Thammarat. Later, in the Thonburi period, King Taksin the Great led an army to southern Thailand to round up cities that proclaimed independence when Ayutthaya was sacked. He appointed a Chinese merchant named Yang Hao, the first member of the Nasongkhla family, to be Songkhla's ruler. His descendants followed in his footsteps and ruled Songkhla for many generations. The Chinese-style mansion built by Praya Suntaranurak or Ned Nasongkhla, the governor of Songkhla in the reign of King Rama V, is now the Songkhla National Museum. It has art objects of Chinese influence as well as artifacts found in Songkhla and in the peninsula, and local arts, all unique cultural characteristics of the South. Southwest of Songkhla is the home of Thai Muslims who have flourished there for a long time. Archaeological evidence found in Satun city clearly reflects the city's development. Modern Satun history commenced when the town of Langu was founded as the first community in the area. The town later became a Mukem, or a sub-district of the city of Saiburi, a dominion of the kingdom of Siam and a Thai Muslim civilization on the Andaman coast. In the final years of the reign of King Rama V, a territorial conflict occurred, resulting in Satun being separated from Saiburi. Uden Mansion, built by Praya Puminath Pakdi, the Lord of Satun during the reign of King Rama V, is currently the Satun National Museum that displays background information on the way of life, Thai Muslim culture, and folk plays of Satun Province. Cultural heritage and knowledge from the past have been the foundation for prosperity through the eras. The past is the father of our modern ways, and history makes us value and truly understand our national heritage.
This bay is called Ao Son, one of the most favourite spots where Jade likes to come. It's not too far and has unspoiled surroundings. At the rear of Ao Son, there is a trekking route to study nature. Jade sees a variety of wild, large and small species here. Blending with the cool creek running down from Ludu Falls, there is a small waterfall, which is a perfect destination. Thuratau Island is home to approximately 100 species of birds who enjoy the benefits of the fertile woods. Jade found the accommodation provided for the tourists both cosy and comfortable. Adang Island is a subunit of the National Park of Thuratau Island. There are many tourist attractions on the island. Dad often took Jade on trips around the island, exploring the beauty of nature. Furthermore, there is another extraordinary route for nature studies as well. From the viewpoint of Chado Valley, the beautiful surroundings can be clearly seen, overlooking a variety of islands around Adang Island. Right on Adang Island, there is accommodation and restaurants that are available just like those on Thuratau Island. Ravi Island is similar to Adang Island in its geography, but is even closer to nature than Adang because there are fewer modern facilities. Lipe is a small island 1 kilometre south of Adang Island, and it has a very beautiful beach. On the front of the island is the fishermen's community of Chao Lei. Many of Jade's friends live here. At Lipe, there are a lot of facilities, and it is very popular for tourists. Jade usually sees tourists out on diving trips in the areas near to Adang and Ravi Islands. because the underwater world of nature here is so fertile. Both skin diving and scuba diving can be enjoyed in this area, especially at Got Yang, Got Jabang and Got Dong. There is an endless coral reef ridge that lies along the coast, with both hard and soft coral, and with every colour imaginable. Here, there is a variety of marine life and many colourful attractions to keep people coming back again and again. Actually, this place is not just for tourists, as Cadet looks upon this place as his paradise as well. Close to Adang Island, there is another interesting island, Hin Ngam, which means beautiful rock in Thai. Hin Ngam is a special island. Its beaches are covered with shiny black, round-shaped stones. It is a true natural wonder. Cadet has no idea how this is at all possible. Around Adang, Ravi and Lipet, there are still more islands which possess amazing natural beauty, as if these natural sculptures have just arisen from the sea. Cadet has never tired of boating. He loves this wondrous place the way nature has created it. You can go to Turat Dao National Park by plane, bus or train to Hat Yai, Songkhla Province, and then over to Park Parapia, Langu District, some 62 kilometres away. From the Park Parapia, there are daily passenger ferries to Turat Dao, Adang, Ravi and Lipet. For those who love the sea, for those who love nature, for those who love peacefulness, here is the ultimate treasure, Turat Dao National Park. Who would have ever imagined that there is such a marvellous and peaceful part of nature left on this planet? Such a treasure is well worth travelling to. Turat Dao National Park. Here is a small village on Turat Dao Island where Cadet lives. It is called Chaolei Village. Chaolei used to be the gypsies of the Andaman Sea. It is believed that they are a Malay minority tribe. They are very skilled in living off the sea. Cadet was born by the sea. He loves the sea just like the fish love water and the birds love the sky. Turat Dao National Park is located in Sthun Province, at the southernmost point of the Andaman Sea, close to the Malacca Straits. It is the first national sea park in Thailand. Its nature is so beautiful that it is recognized as an ASEAN Heritage Park and reserves. The sea that surrounds Turat Dao has a variety of small and large islands. In fact, there are 51 in all, and they are all segregated into two groups, Turat Dao Island and the Adang Ravi Islands. Cadet has travelled thoroughly throughout all the islands. he is very well acquainted with the sea, woods, mountains and caves. Jadet's father used to tell him that Thuritau in times gone by used to be a prison for political prisoners and those who had committed serious crimes, from the Boan-Tet Rebellion in 1933 and the Sergeants' Rebellion in 1935. Because it is the largest island in the midst of the deep sea, whose inhabitants include fierce animals such as crocodiles and sharks, it has a natural built-in anti-escape environment. In 1941, when World War II broke out in Asia, the lack of food and medicine affected the Thuritau vocational training camps and turned them into a living hell on earth. Wardens and some of the prisoners turned into pirates and robbed trading ships that passed by and committed acts of outrageous cruelty. Finally, English naval ships went to the island and put an end to this hotbed of crime on Thuritau. But now Jadet sees it differently. Thuritau Island is so naturally beautiful and is accessible to so many marvellous attractions. It was an access road that started from the back of the national park and went through the forest that has now become a nature study trek of the Tokpul Valley. Here you will see many flowers, and some of them are used by the locals for herbal medicines. On top of Tokpul Valley, an observation post gives a splendid view of the sea. Another interesting tour takes you on a boat to the Pantai Malacca Canal, where you will reach a cave that was once inhabited by crocodiles. A mangrove forest surrounds the Pantai Malacca Canal. Its role in ecology can hardly be overestimated. It gives food and shelter to numerous kinds of land and water creatures. The meandering canal, surrounded by the mangrove forest, leads you to the Crocodile Cave. The Crocodile Cave is a naturally beautiful sea cave. The water runs deep inside the cave, making it look like a large tunnel. There is a walkway marked out by floating buoys, winding throughout the cave, which will perfectly suit the tourist who loves adventure and nature.